What up, guys? Tavion here, and welcome back to another episode of Ultimate Alliance. So now we are in Iron Man's lab, and now we're gonna chat with a few folks. So let's talk to Jarvis and see what he wants.
I do hate to impose, but if you see a cufflink somewhere in
glitch.
Stark Tower, could you return it to me? It was lost by Mr. Stark, and it has extreme sentimental value to him.
Okay. Who are you?
My name is Edwin Jarvis, and I'm Mr. Anthony Stark's butler, as well as the butler for the Avengers.
How did you become a butler?
You could say it runs in my blood. My mother and father worked for Mr. Stark's parents.
What is Stark Tower?
It is a dream of Mr. Stark's that was 4 years in the making. The top 3 floors are his living quarters. The rest of the building houses his business interests.
Business interests? Doesn't he deal in weapons development for the government?
No, not any longer. Mr. Stark recently had a change of heart concerning that particular field of industry.
What is this section of Stark Tower?
This is primarily where new Iron Man suits are built for Mr. Stark.
I thought Stark designed the suits himself.
Oh, indeed he does. But as his designs have grown more and more complex, he has required assistance in manufacturing them.
Thank you, Jarvis.
It was my pleasure.
He's a nice guy.
Sure.
Unlike, someone I should say, you, Logan.
I've heard people complaining about S.H.I.E.L.D. since we got back from the Omega. I'm telling you, it's gotta stop.
I mean, they did have some crazy super soldier serum shit and had experiments that, I mean, we had no business of knowing anyway, but still, it was wrong of them for doing certain things
I trust
undercover.
Nick Fury. He's pulled my fat out of the fire more times than I can remember.
But what about the experiments on the Omega?
Look, Fury does what he has to keep the world safe. He ain't always got the luxury of playing by the rules.
Yeah, Nick he can play dirty at times. Do you trust Widow?
I've known her for a while. She's always been good in a fight. And Fury trusts her.
What about the information Weasel found on her
Unless
laptop?
that meathead Weasel comes up with better evidence, I ain't believing nothing against the Black Widow.
Oh, okay. You're pretty loyal to Fury.
Of course I am. He's been loyal to me. After all the trouble I had with the Hand recently, I owe Fury my life a dozen times over.
What happened with the
Let's
hand?
just say that evil bunch of psychos got hold of me and turned me into their assassin. It caused a lot of people a lot of pain. But Fury helped me out, kept me alive. And I'll never forget that.
Thanks, Wolverine.
Sure thing, bub.
Bub yourself. Yeah. Ben Grimm. Oh, okay. With a jump like that, he should have cracked floors all over. Weasel.
Hey, how's it going?
Who does the laptop? We already know this, Ben. Come on now.
Definitely belongs to the Black Widow. It's got her fingerprints all over it.
Did you get any data from it?
For most techs, it would have been a lost cause, but for me, I managed to drag up a few tidbits of information.
What was on Black Widow's laptop?
It mostly dealt with a building called the Imperium.
The Imperium. What's that?
I don't know, but that laptop had the layout of the building and all kinds of information about the security.
Can you find out what the Imperium is?
I can, but you need to get me Fury's password into S.H.I.E.L.D.'s priority files. I bet I'll find everything you want to know.
But we can't just go up to him and ask him for the password. Do you have any idea what it would be?
My sources tell me it's one of 3 possibilities. Jacob Fury, Baron Strucker, or Gabriel Jones.
Which one is it?
That's what I need you to find out. Talk to Vision. He'll be able to help.
Alright. Well, I'm just gonna throw this one out there. I know what it is. It is Gabe.
Thanks. When you get back from Atlantis, I'll have all the information you need.
Uh-huh. You sure better. Thanks, brat.
Sure. Anytime. You got it.
He's such a brat. Peter?
Has Tony Stark got it made or what? He's rich, he's a genius, and to top it all off, he's got the perfect mustache.
You seem a little tense.
Gee, I can't see why. Doctor Doom's in control of an army of supervillains, and the Black Widow is working for him.
It's not all that
Are you
bad.
off your meds? The only thing that would make this worse is if the Earth were destroyed to make way for an intergalactic highway.
Do you really think Widow's a traitor?
Of course she is. Hey, I've been at this superhero game long enough to know that the hot chicks always turn evil. Probably because evil pays better.
Bitch, you're such a stereotype. Chill out with that. Why don't you go tell Fury about her then? How about that?
If one of Nick's little S.H.I.E.L.D. agents is turned to the dark side, then Nicky'll have to figure it out for himself.
Dang it. Okay then. It's your responsibility to tell Fury about the Black Widow.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is. You have great power, and with great power, there must also
If you
come...
finish that sentence, I'm gonna put so much web in your hair, you'll have to shave your head.
Okay, chill out with all that, Peter. Thanks.
Sure.
Okay. Like, seriously? T'Challa? No, Jarvis, move.
I must admit, I find news of a SHIELD outpost near Atlantis very intriguing.
What's so interesting about the SHIELD outpost?
Now I know the extent SHIELD is willing to go to gather information on countries with closed borders.
Doesn't your country, Wakanda, have closed borders?
Indeed it does. And now I wonder if perhaps SHIELD doesn't have an outpost hidden there.
Yeah. Makes you think about it, doesn't it? Why does Wakanda have closed
We
borders?
have the largest deposit of vibranium in the world. To open our borders would be an invitation to those who would conquer us.
People have invaded Wakanda?
Over the centuries, fools have tried. But the Black Panther is always there to stop them.
That's good. You're there for your people. Are you concerned about Doom?
Indeed I am. Victor Von Doom has created a sizable army of supervillains.
What do you think he's up
I
to?
don't know, but Doom must have a truly grand scheme to risk attacks on the helicarrier and the Omega base.
Thanks, Black Panther.
You are quite welcome.
Okay. Reed, you talk to Tony. You guys are more relatable.
Stark Tower's a beauty, isn't she? I consider her one of my greatest achievements.
You look weird without your suit, by the way. Thanks for letting us use Stark Tower as a headquarters.
No problem. Our little task force needed a base, so it seemed like the thing to do.
The tower must have cost a fortune to
I wasn't
build.
worried about the cost. That is, until S.H.I.E.L.D. and I had our little disagreement.
You had trouble with SHIELD. We're not gonna get into this. Thanks. Well, why not?
More like they had trouble with me. I wanted out of the weapons business. I can't tell you how many breach of contract suits they filed.
They sued
That
you?
was just the beginning. Suddenly I had trouble getting building permits, filing patents. Don't get me started on how my taxes changed.
Why did you want out of weapons
I'm
development?
not sure exactly. One morning I realized I needed to do more than just amass wealth. I wanted to help people, and weapons aren't that helpful.
But weapons development was earning you
You don't need
billions.
that many billions to get by. No, my life's taking a new course. I want to be remembered for helping lives, not destroying them.
That's good for you. Thanks, Tony.
Anytime, my friend.
Okay,
Electra Nachios.
the Black Widow is up to something, I just know it. Did you see how nervous she was on the helicarrier?
Oh, not you two. Is Black Widow working for Doom?
Sure looks like it. She must have been trying to get that laptop to the enemy during the helicarrier battle.
So do you think the enemy wants information on the
Yes.
Imperium?
That laptop shows all security systems for the building. And from the looks of those systems, the Imperium must hold something valuable.
We should tell Colonel about Widow.
Not yet. She's his second in command. We're going to need some pretty strong evidence to shake Fury's faith in her.
You'd really think he'd need more evidence,
Yes.
though?
Colonel Fury's trust doesn't come easily, and once given, it's nearly impossible to break.
Could your emotions be clouding your judgment towards Widow? Hmm?
Okay, so Daredevil and I were close several years back. And the Black Widow and Daredevil were close not so long ago.
Ha! I called it. You're so jealous of her.
No, I'm not. I'm long over Daredevil. If he can find happiness with the Black Widow, I wish them both the best.
Okay. Thanks, Elektra.
You're welcome.
Steve?
I know seeing the Super Soldier Project has raised some concerns about S.H.I.E.L.D., but let's get all the facts before we cause any trouble.
Do you think S.H.I.E.L.D. has a reputable organization?
S.H.I.E.L.D. has a lot to deal with, and sometimes it makes mistakes. But historically, it's done a great job of keeping the peace.
Didn't you see they were turning volunteers into monsters on the Omega base?
I saw they were testing out a new version of the Super Soldier Serum, the same type of drug that gave me my strength and agility.
You took the Super Soldier Serum, correct? Oh, Sue, we know this already. Girl, what is wrong with you?
Yes. During World War II, I volunteered for Operation Rebirth. It was a program for creating physically superior soldiers.
What happened?
I exceeded their expectations. Unfortunately, Dr. Erskine, the man who developed the drugs, was killed, and no one's been able to recreate his work.
Do you think the Black Widow is really up to something?
I have to admit, things sound kind of suspicious. Like, why was she carrying that laptop during the attack on the helicarrier?
So, you think she's a spy?
No. I'd need a lot more evidence before I'd say something like that about the Black Widow.
Thanks, Cap.
Anytime, friend.
Alrighty then. Well, we did all the talking we could here. Pretty much. Oh, the cufflink for Jarvis. Let's get it real quick and return it to him. Okay, there we go. We can return it to him and then things will go smoothly. Back to the lab we go, and Thor, the god of thunder. Jarvis! There you go, Jarvis.
Ah, splendid.
The
You
glitch
know,
again!
missing cufflink.
Ben, you're glitching a lot today.
It was a gift from Miss Virginia Potts when she had been Mr. Stark's secretary. It was my
Thanks.
pleasure.
Well, Link to the Past has been completed. Now back to the office. Sue Storm, the Invisible Woman! Well, that's all the talking we really did. I'm sorry guys if today's episode wasn't really that interesting. I just felt that we needed to get some info before we headed out to Atlantis. But don't worry, in a little bit I'm gonna have the next episode of Atlantis. We'll be going underwater with our Fantastic Four friends here. So I will see you guys then in the next episode. Bye bye.